Hi Faith Baptist and friends out there. It's Pastor Borden, and I haven't done a midweek video in a little while, but I thought it might be worth doing today on this this special occasion where I just got out of the drugstore, and I don't know if we can see it here, but I just got my first dose of, oh, there it is, of my COVID-19 vaccine. And this hasn't been something I've talked about a whole lot, and I get the impression that, like most of Nova Scotia, our church feels pretty good about getting vaccinated and as quickly as we can. But there may be those who do feel a little bit nervous for one reason or another. And in some cases, people are hearing things, even through Christian circles, from a couple prominent leaders or through social media, that are giving them reasons that perhaps they think that they shouldn't, or that there might be a risk or a danger to that. And so I thought that I would try to gently encourage everyone else now that I've gone ahead and done mine. Those of you who know me know that I'm someone with a bit of a science background who thinks that science literacy is really important and doesn't see any conflict between that and knowing and following Jesus and being the church. And so it shouldn't be a big surprise that I'm very much in favor of getting your vaccination as soon as you're able to. And along with that, every major Christian organization and leader of a large group of Christians or churches basically anywhere in the world agrees with me on this. This is really not debated outside of some pretty small circles or within some kind of conspiracy theory zones. The two vaccines you can get in Nova Scotia have been overwhelmingly found to be extremely safe and extremely effective. And that includes, as far as we can tell so far, against the new variants of COVID-19, which are quite a bit worse than what we started with. And so, it's very valuable for you to go ahead and do this, to protect yourself, because we want you to be well, but to protect those around you, those in the community, to help get people back to work and back to life. It's not just health, it's livelihood that's part of this as well. So I hope that you will go ahead and do that, and to recognize that for those who are kind of speaking against this stuff, there's a lot of pride involved in someone kind of going on the internet and hearing a couple things and deciding that they know better than the overwhelming majority of doctors and scientists and public health leaders around the world. I hope that you won't fall prey to some of the misinformation that's out there, but rather join so many of us who are part of the church in wanting to do this out of love for our neighbor and as part of the witness of the church. And remember that there are those who can't, and those who can protect them if enough of us also get vaccinated. For those who have immune system issues or certain allergies, for people like me with a 2-week-old son at home who certainly can't get vaccinated for some time. These are the kinds of people we protect when we decide to go out and get this as quick as we can. And so if you're not sure how, or if you need some help, there are lots of resources out there. But if you want to contact us at the church for a little assistance in doing this, then we'd be happy to do that as well. Now, I also wanted to mention an opportunity that's there for you. Canadian Baptist Ministries, which is our ministry arm, has as part of what's called the Love Your Neighbor project. And this is something being put on by UNICEF. And there's a goal right now to raise $1 million to help vaccinate people in parts of the world where they're going to be waiting a long time still. This pandemic feels like it's been going on a long time for us, but here we are with the prospect of being fully vaccinated by the middle of the fall, about a year and a half after COVID-19 first became a problem. That's incredible. Meanwhile, about half of Canadians now have 1 dose of vaccine. In Africa, for instance, that number is 1 or 2%. In a lot of parts of the world, this is going to go on a lot longer. And the longer it goes on, the worse it is in all kinds of different ways. It's worse for people's livelihood and health, the stability of communities and whole countries, international trade and commerce and the prosperity of the world, and the emergence of more of these dangerous variants happens too. It's besides all of those reasons, just out of love and compassion, we should want to extend this opportunity that we have to as many people as quickly as we can. And that's what the Love Your Neighbor project is about. You can go online, and there's links that'll go out in this email or wherever I put this on social media that'll let you make a donation. $25 through this gives access to a full 2-round vaccination to someone who either wouldn't get it or wouldn't get it for a long time without your help. And so I think about 200,000 of the 1 million has come in, and Canadian Baptist Ministries is one of the organizations near the top of the groups who've given to this. So I would love for you to go and click that link and see if you can give $12 to start someone off, $25 for a dose, maybe a few doses, recognizing that we have this wonderful opportunity as people in a rich nation to have bought up all these doses to be given to us without having to pay out of pocket for it. So if you have the means, you could extend that opportunity to someone who wasn't going to be able to get that the same way that we did. So I'd love to see you join me in giving some donation to that. And I also hope that we can hold our politicians responsible for some of the promises that they've made over the next couple of years. Because Canada has pledged to support COVAX and the international effort to make sure everyone on Earth gets vaccinated. But we want to see the action that backs up the promises, because that's what's loving, that's what's best, that's what's wise, and it's what works in our best interest in the long run as well. So keep that in mind now that we're starting to see some relief and getting to the point where we hope that we can start to have life go back to the way it was. So God bless you today, and I hope that you'll find some of these ways to love your neighbor.